another one of those. Need a ladder to get to the ladder. And I need to move this over because they're gonna open that door up and knock this thing right down. It is hot already, guys and gals. If there's any gals watching. Get up. All right, up we go. And that one goes way down. So we go way down. Yeah. All right. This fella right here, I know what's going on. So we got one fan not running. We can fix on that pretty quick. All right. One or two things is going on here. One thing you see a lot. I didn't bring much. Dadgummit. Well, I didn't bring much of anything, like a moron. All right, so either that fan is taking a crap, the motor, or we got a fan cycle switch that has failed. So what I'm gonna do is figure out which one it is, and I don't want to go all the way down there just for my impact. We're gonna hand wrench on these things. There's the cancer thing. I'm gonna be working right in front of the cancer thing. I'll tell you what, chances are I'm gonna have to go down and get a fan cycle switch or a motor. Either way, my whole point is I'm gonna have to go down. So I'll get the impact when I do that. Come on. This is like a afterthought doghouse we got on this thing here. So it's one of those you're gonna have to like hold it up to put it on. It's gonna kind of suck, you know? It's all right. Oh, see, it just wants to drop right down. Just make sure it's not gonna crash down on anything important. Gosh, that one's on there. That one means business. Of course, the impact wouldn't have had any problem with that, would it? Nope. And right next to the cancer happener there. Start carrying a lead helmet. That's probably going to be less safe than just sitting in front of this thing. I guess that if I lick it, some guy licking a lead helmet, this thing's going to be hot because it's 11 o'clock. It's probably already over 90. All right, we're going to lift it off and put it somewhere. I don't know where yet. Over there, maybe, as long as I don't trip on wires. And hip. Oh, that's not light. That is not light. Nope. I'm gonna put it right here. There it is. All right. Feel this motor and see if it's doing stuff. You can always tell because it'll be hot, but that thing is not hot. We're gonna follow its wires, which go to this deal and goes into this deal. So let's open that deal. See what we got going on in there. Basically, we're going to see if that's a 1/4 inch. We're going to see if we can get this thing on get some power on it. See if it turns. If it turns, hallelujah. If it doesn't, that's a weird motor. I would like to speculate that a 9721 will make this thing turn. Well, it does spin pretty freely, so coil's pretty clean. We might just be able to make this happen after I can figure out what makes it purr. All right, this should be the only screw. Yep. Oh, all the wires. All right. see what we got here. The wires for that fan are right here and go into the top. Back, I see a blown some dillamajigger. What is that? It might be a, oh, all right. This is old school, guys and gals. All right, so these three are discharge lines. Okay, one's probably got a high pressure switch on it. The other two probably have fan cycling switches on. Well, a fan cycling switch is what I thought. The fan cycling switch is meant to turn the fan off if the temperature is cold outside. Your outdoor ambient temperature is cold in the wintertime. These things will shut off, turn on, because you have to be able to create head pressure. If you cannot create head pressure, she ain't gonna work right, which is what's going on right now. It's on the struggle bus. So I see one that is burned up, and it's already been cut out and replaced with this right here, which is for the evaporator, not the condenser. Okay, that is that's a defrost termination. So there's a defrost termination in the evaporator, and there's a fan delay. The fan delay is going to be one of the wires is going to be brown. Sometimes they're both brown, sometimes they're brown black, sometimes they're brown red, but one of them is going to be brown. If you see a red white, that's your defrost termination. So I'll tell you what I'm going to do is go down and get something, I don't know what, see how the discharge works on this thing. We got, if we have a service port on the discharge side, well, look at that, we don't. Well, that's cool, you know, that's cool. So we're gonna have to go off of the king valve to the receiver. That's provided that it'll actually, you know, open, because these things get old, rusty, crusty, and if I could do that, I'll put a service tee on there, crack that sucker, and we'll put a fan cycle switch on that guy and run the wires all the way over here, and I'll put that defrost termination on my truck. That's what I'll do. It's probably working like it's supposed to. So let's see if I can get that thing cracked open. Get my big wrench. That wasn't even tight. That's okay. I'm more worried about the valve itself inside here. Okay, I see you. Yeah, that thing is gonna be rough. See if I can get my refrigeration wrench somewhere in this little pocket. This is where I usually keep it. There it is. All right, now let's see if I can get lucky. I don't have my hoses on it. I'm just gonna see if I can crack it. If I can, we'll spew a little bit out, you know, not much. De minimis, people. Just want to see if I can crack it, because I'm gonna have to be able to crack it in order for this to even kind of work. Otherwise, I'll just bypass that thing. It is the beginning of the summer, and we'll submit to get this thing replaced. The only other option would be to cut out a piece of this discharge line and put a fan cycle switch in it there. So the other issue with this, boys and girls, is that this is on the outgoing side of the condenser. That's where I want it to be. That's not a problem. We're good. Let's just get this thing. Yeah. Sometimes when you go the other way, it makes it more better. I think I got it. Yep, we got it. All right. I'm gonna go grab a service tee, fan cycle switch, wire nuts, and we'll be back. Okay, here we are, fan cycle switch. How do I know it's a fan cycle switch? Because it says fan cycling pressure switch. This one is a 210-275, commonly used for 404. I really doubt that's 404, but really what we're trying to do is just create head pressure, people. That's all. And whenever it gets cold outside, it's gonna turn off, because it's not like a 410 pressure. So I ain't too scared, all right? What I do need to do with my service tee here is put a Schrader in the side, which I'm not gonna do with my flashlight, because that's not how that works. Same shape though. Schrader box here. Pull out a few of these things. I just need one. I'm on call this week and I only have 2 Schraders left. Probably gonna have to get some more of those. Put a Schrader in here because I'm using a peanut. No, not the kind you eat. Yeah, not the kind you boil and I don't know. Y'all boil peanuts? I personally think that's disgusting. But you know, you do you. If you like them boiled peanuts, you just get on them. Put a little nylog on this thing. Snot. Yes, snot. All right. We need both fans running in the summertime, for sure. Now, I'm on call. Now, let's just say I get this job as an overtime call. And I don't have a fan cycle switch. I am going to bypass that one. Just wire another them together. That way both fans run all the time. And we'll worry about the fan cycle switch another time. Because when you're on call, your job is to make things run if it's an overtime call. All right, today it's not an overtime call, but this also goes to show, hey, if you carry the right parts and stuff in your vehicular, it's a good chance, you know, you're not going to have to, you're going to be able to fix on it right then. And so that means I need to go, next time I go to Supply House, I'm going to pick up a 210-275 fan cycle switch. I'm leaving it running right now, but obviously, I'm gonna turn it off whenever it comes time to wire these up. Is it gonna reach? I don't know, we'll find out. Maybe a little bit more snot on there, on this side. I like to snot my flares. You don't have to snot your flares because it's a flare. All right, the flare is supposed to seal by itself. I just feel better about it, you know? Just gives me the warm and fuzzy. You gotta take the thing off, you know? Did that just for y'all. All right, spinny. Wires don't get all twisted up. That's what happens. That's okay. And on the positive note, after this is done, I'm going to have a service port on my high side, and I won't have to worry about opening this king valve anymore because it's going to be open. Oh, I got to use a backer on this. Be careful, you'll bend these things right up. Pressures aren't going to be outrageous on this, so not too horribly worried about this thing leaking on me. And quite honestly, its age. We're just trying to make it work, you know, make it cool. Right now the box is about 40 degrees, which is still legal, but when that sun, that ball of fire just starts hammering down, we got to get all the cylinders firing over here, or it's going to go much higher than 40. All right, let's go with this thing right here. Just give her a crack. Good job. Jeez. That's a crack. Okay, we ain't trying to go to town on it, just a crack. That's all she needs. And I'll be off this roof in no time. This will be one of my shortest videos if I post it. I don't know. Wow, just shut already. Shut. Shut, thank you. I did remember. Okay, now we're gonna kill it. Wire. We got wire nuts already in there. I ain't gotta use mine out of my pocket. I got a nice little seat right here. We're just gonna have a good old time with this guy. Ready, go. All right, that is a 1/4 inch. So we're gonna take this 1/4 inch out because I'm gonna remove this defrost termination. And I'm gonna put it on my truck because it looks pretty new. All right. There we go. And this will also tell us where our 2 wires are. Where's the other one? Oh, okay. Okay. We're not gonna reach. I can already tell you that now. But luckily I got wire in the bag over there. But one of these will reach. That's gonna be this one that goes to the actual fan itself. So basically this is designed to cut one leg. So we're gonna go ahead and get this one tied up right here. And I think I'm just gonna cut a piece of this termination wire so I ain't gotta go mess around with the different stuff and unscrew the thing. How'd they put that in there? It feels kind of loose. I need to get under there and see. Yep, it's got a spade on it. Yeah, we're just gonna cut that thing. Get my strippers. All right, there we go. And make sure we get it long enough. Needs to be right about meow. Right about meow. Not too worried about the gauge because it ain't gonna be pulling many amps. These motors are tiny. I do need a wire nut. So I gotta dig in the dang pocket. Pull out 700 keys. Yep. Where's it at? There we go. I feel you. Wire nut. Right there. Keys back in the pocket. Ugh, this would have been easier if I stood up. No, I'm not going to do that though. Get in the pocket. Put more effort into that than fixing this thing. All right. Oh, did I make it long enough? Just by a smidge. Okay. Yeah, that was a close one. Almost didn't make it. Now, if we're lucky, the motor will actually turn on. Get on there. I don't want them rattling off now. All right. Moment of truth. Fire. Boom. Can you see it? All right. Well, there's that one. And I got me a defrost termination. Woohoo! I didn't have one on the truck. You need to have a defrost termination if you're doing refrigeration. Now I got one. For free? Well, somebody paid for it. Don't know who. Well, they paid for it from somebody else. That's what happened. So, it is what it is. Quick and easy fix. And that on top this one. So I'm gonna figure out how to put that thing back on. You know, you gotta hold it up and do the thing at the same time. And write us a bill and get out of here. I'll have a bad feeling I'm gonna be backed up on videos this week. Whoa, there's another cancer maker. That one's high tech. Let's walk around, soak in this rooftop a little bit. This here, the makeup air unit. It is actually a conditioned makeup air unit. It'll heat. I highly doubt it'll cool. No, there's no condenser on it, but it does heat, which makes no sense because in a kitchen you have a pretty big heat load. But I'll be impressed if it works. It does not work. None of them do. Somebody left the sunflower seeds up here. If they were flavored, I'd take them. Just kidding, just kidding. That one's good. I can already tell you, this thing's probably seized up. Yep. Seized up, they don't care about it. Don't even know what it goes to. See about this guy's leaning, doing this thing right here. Doesn't really matter, because it's still in balance. Oh my goodness, jackpot, people. I got me a whole thing of screws. Man, I get a defrost termination, and I get a whole thing of 1/4 inch screws. Great for duct work. This makeup air is not running either. That's an old ice machine condensers not being used. They all went to self-contained. There's a retainer. Hey, if y'all see these on the roof, throw them in your pocket. You know how many times you take a retainer off and lose it? I bet you do all the time. I bet you $100. Because I do all the time. That one, she's just draining right on the roof here. So it looks like they wanted water to flow up. I don't understand why we think that that's a possibility. So they ran this trap. You know, the trap is good, a little big, but you know what? It works. And then they ran the trap down into a hole that's just sitting in the hole. So they're expecting, whoever did this, whoever they is, for water to defy gravity and go uphill so it can go down the drain. Now, what I would have done different, I would have cut this 90 off, put a new one on and angled it up and dropped it right down into that. But you know what? This guy didn't do that job. That's okay. We got the thing, so it's going somewhere. Here's an old light. I don't know where it went. Don't really care, because it's just trash now. 410. One of these is, I bet it was the big guy over there that needed that 410. What's in here? Oh yeah, old box for filters. They don't even use those anymore, so that thing's got to be really old. They use this filter media frame crap, and you can see right over here. It's probably the bathroom vent hood, or bathroom exhaust vent, not a vent hood. That one ain't working either. See, here's what they use. Filter media over this frame. I mean, I understand it. It's probably cheaper, but now the frames are sitting on this roof. Someone's probably gonna throw them in the trash. No, no one's gonna throw them in the trash. Let's be real. No one throws anything in the trash, except this guy. All right, so I'll come out on top, people. Whole box, 1/4 inch self-tappers, defrost termination, and all I have out is a fan cycle switch. Psych! Playing the trade up game. And we made her work. So, mission accomplished. Until next time, I'm gonna get in the truck, cool off a little bit, drink some water. It's gonna be a long week. Deuces.